Okay, here we are at our door replacement job. Today what we're going to do is we have removed this exterior door that leads to the pool area, and we're going to replace it with a new jamb. We're going to be keeping the door unit. The door unit itself is fiberglass, and it's in great shape, so we don't want to get rid of that. But this door had several problems. As you can see, this sits almost at the pool level. We're only about 3 inches above the cool deck surface. So when the water would come down through this deck here, it would hit and splash up onto the jamb. And you see what's happened to the jamb. A lot of it happened behind the scenes, but then as the paint started to wear away, you could see the bottom of this jamb just started to deteriorate. This was just a common pine or spruce wood product that's primed. Unfortunately, this is a pretty common thing that happens. It just starts to rot out where the staples went through. The actual painted surface was compromised itself from the time that it was actually installed. So we knew that it was going to eventually have to be replaced. However, the door unit is a fiberglass unit, so this door is in great shape even at the bottom, and there's no need to replace the door itself. So what we've done is we've actually purchased an aftermarket jamb saver type unit. And what this is the same exact size jamb, but it's made out of composite material that absolutely will not rot. It's not made out of wood, so it's not going to be susceptible to rotting. It kind of resembles like an MDF product, but it's totally treated and water impervious. And then the material on the outside, this is actually a PVC product. So again, this will last a lifetime. This material that was on the original door was a composite product too, and actually it lasted pretty well. This is just like a kind of a newer version of the same thing. As you can see, we got the black sill, matches the black sill that was on there, so we're hoping to go back in with this. We've already dry fit it, and we can see that it works just fine. There's no problems with it. So what we've got to deal with here is we've left the casing in place on the interior. We don't want to remove that. Don't have to touch any of the paint work that's been done on the inside, and that way we start from caulking this and we work out with our paint work. We're going to actually caulk this sill to the jamb, to this pan that's down here, and you can see this was never done. They put the pan in, that was great. They ran it up, they ran their door opening flashing around that, and their black plastic. And this is an older system of doing this, but it's still pretty effective. So unfortunately, water could get up underneath this if it was driven. And you can see some of the metal has deteriorated a little bit. So we're going to put a double bead of caulking, actual just pure silicone on this. And that should be pretty effective in keeping any water from ever blowing up underneath this door sill itself. We do have an alarm system here, so we have to make sure we pull these wires back out. And then we've got just a door button that's going to go back in the face. And I think believe we need probably a 3/4 inch hole for that or so. And then we're going to bring this back in. The insulation is actually, it gets tucked in behind here, so this will be insulated prior to installing it. And then once it's in, we'll screw it off. We will mortise the jamb for the hinges, and we'll set the door back in place, and it should be as good as new. And we'll take it to that point and show you what it looks like when it's finished.